Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, there's the Magic. They're 9th best in the conference.
Right now for Philadelphia, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. And for the 76ers, we've got Tyrese Maxey. And Embiid is out there with MP. Then there's Oladipo, and it's George in at the small forward. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr., a tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the three. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
Banchero, that's good.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
MP dishes to Embiid. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Carter with a screen on George. Knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
Now, MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. The offensive rebound, Embiid. The second effort, he takes it up and lays it in.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Wagner outside. Banchero outside. It's hauled in by MP.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
From deep, George. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
When it comes to Jamal Murray, coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer who can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. The 76ers leading by 4. MP kicks to Maxey. Releases. And it's good off the back rim and in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. Another miss by Banchero.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Maxey attacking, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Paolo Banchero.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now, here's Banchero. 33 points last game. Murray for 3. MP grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 8. Maxey. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Maxey. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero, a screen on Maxey. Wagner wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Philadelphia.
Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got his second basket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Here's Murray, following the basket by MP. To the inside. Wagner against George. Alexander Walker on the wing. Nothing on the board. Banchero, that's good.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
Here's Kendall. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Banchero outside. And stolen by MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. It's stolen by Banchero. The shake. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line, all-star game in his second year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Wagner outside. Banchero outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And MP throws it down.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
Now here's Murray. Still scoreless. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Offensive rebound. Outside for George. Back to MP. Murray against Maxey. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Tyrese Maxey. The Magic trail by 13. Wagner outside. Down low. Here's Banchero. Misses in close.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Black. Over in the corner, Banchero. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. Banchero's got 9 points.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
MP finds Maxey. Sinks the triple. He's got 11.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
To the right side. Here's the three. Traps in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Carter outside. Pass to Black. Magic moving the ball around. Back to Murray for three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Orlando. Well, they were able to handle the Magic.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding guy.
So it's Orlando now after Paul George getting his three to go. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in for Franz Wagner. Banchero against George. And it's Banchero missing.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Here's George. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now, here's Isaac. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Another miss by Orlando. The 76ers leading by 18. Oladipo, the pass to MP. Isaac with the steal. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Banchero outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Banchero's got 11.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Bucks was tremendous. He finished with 52 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Now, here's MP.
Extra effort goes the way of MP for the score.
.51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Black. Over in the corner, Banchero. Here's Isaac. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. Now, MP. Here's Cornett. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. In the corner, Murray with it. Carter with the screen. Puts up a deep three. Murray, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just will make substitutions. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Black. Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3-slot.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy is determined to finish.
Here's Wagner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on MP. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Pass to Embiid with the shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's now 6 points for Joel Embiid. Murray kicks to Wagner. Here's Black. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Wagner missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Oubre passes to MP. Back to Oubre. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's MP. The shot from the low post is good. MP's got 22 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Wagner outside. Back to Murray. The 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Murray's got 5.
Well, that's Jamal Murray's game in a nutshell. A score-first guard with great confidence.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's MP. That one goes in. MP's got 4 this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Poked away. And finished off by Oubre.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
The Magic have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Isaac outside. To the paint. Trying to find Wagner and gets it to him. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 6 points for Franz Wagner.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
MP up top. Pass to Embiid. Unable to get that one. Isaac with some nice D. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Milwaukee.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. MP finds Embiid. To the middle, pass to Alvarado. Misses the three.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Isaac a screen. Here's Alexander Walker, and he banks in the layup. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
2 points, that one goes.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Wagner outside. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And it's Oubre off the drive. And good that time. Oubre's got 9 points.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Embiid. George comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Maxey subbed in for Jose Alvarado. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Orlando.
Such a nice-looking jump shot. Solid mechanics, fluid.
And again!
We're bearing witness to one of the great scoring seasons of all time.
Greg, he's delivering night in and night out. Great games and nearing third all-time for scoring in a season. And Murray's got the ball here for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Personal foul.
First one falls for him.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic, because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
It's stolen by Oladipo. The finish, and MP throws it down.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. Young players, take note.
It's Black in the corner. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Oladipo. Hits the three-point bomb. Banchero's got 16 points.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics. Then on Tuesday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's got 5. Back to Murray. 5 to shoot. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. No good on the 3. Philadelphia's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. From deep, George. They get it back. Oh, offensive interference. Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Isaac, and it's Franz Wagner in for Black.
Carter Jr. Franz Wagner.
Orlando's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Alexander Walker. Inside. Here's Banchero. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Banchero's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's George. Launches it. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Here's MP. Great defense that time from Banchero. Well, Orlando shooting very well, 56% for the floor here in the second quarter. To the paint, and then Carter with the jam.
I like the way Carter Jr. plays. He gives you the size, and he gives you the toughness.
Here's MP, and another one falls. Amazing.
His offensive arsenal has been on full display all season long.
You're right. Now tied for 3rd place, points in a single season. George against Wagner. Alexander Walker on the wing. He has 5. Over in the corner, Banchero. Over MP. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his 3rd personal.
The first overall pick. And Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. MP has been leading the charge for the 76ers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back to the action in just a minute.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, and just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days? Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Magic.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Axie out there with Oladipo. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's George. And it's MP in at the 4 slot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And Murray's got the ball here for Orlando. Pass to Banchero. And the rejection by MP. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, even...
Again, what an avalanche!
All season long, he has been absolutely dominant. The scoring doesn't end with him.
Yeah, he's already left his mark on history, moving into 3rd place for most points in a season. Amazing. Here's Murray. Another miss by Orlando.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Murray. Carter with a screen on Maxey. Murray. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. George dishes to MP. Back to George. MP with a screen on Murray. And that one drops. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's Banchero missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Maxey in the corner. Oladipo taking his time here. Here's MP. Kept alive. Pass to Embiid. From deep, George. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists in the game. And here is Murray. He has 7. Down low, here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Empowering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Sixers.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Outside, George. And the 76ers get it back. Here's Kendall, and the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 42 in the game.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Banchero passes to Alexander Walker. Pass to Banchero. Carter with a screen on MP. And the rejection by Embiid.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Murray kicks to Wagner. Back to Murray. Wagner, a screen on Maxey. The Magic again can't hit.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's MP. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Murray. Wagner outside. Here's Alexander Walker. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, he's such a good distributor. Franz Wagner, very selfless.
MP finds Embiid. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And it's the Magic with the ball. Wagner, right side. Banchero, a screen on George. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, wow, that was a dunk contest level jam right there.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. On the wing, Murray. Carter sets the pick for Murray. The shot from 20 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Murray's got 9 points. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And stolen by MP. Pass to Maxey. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Banchero with the ball. Banchero, a screen on Maxey. Murray, no good. And for the 76ers, their shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Embiid. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love the dedication. This is how you have to play. Don't let up just because you're out front.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Floats one, and MP with the layup. MP's got 54 points.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
It's Wagner atop the key. To the middle. Here's Banchero. And the rejection by MP.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Philadelphia?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
On the clock, Murray, the pass to Carter. And the rejection by MP. There's the lob to Oladipo. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Murray, the pass to Wagner. They need this one. And it's Banchero missing.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
MP dishes to Oladipo. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now, Wagner, 8 points for him. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
MP, no good. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Banchero. It's hauled in by the 76ers. MP's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside, George. 18 feet out. Rebound by Murray.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Alexander Walker finds Banchero to the inside. Here's Carter. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's 8 points for Wendell Carter.
Using his height well. Nice work by Carter Jr. right there.
Here's MP. Another bucket. Wow!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Well, Orlando's shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Pass to Alexander Walker. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Now, Alexander Walker. Now here's Murray. Lets it go with the three. And it's MP with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Carter. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. There's Embiid. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Carter. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Banchero kicks to Murray. Back to Banchero. Pass to Murray. There's the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, Murray's a 3-level scorer, but arguably does...
In the air and down hard!
Oh, stop.
Knocked away and stolen by MP. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the...
You're making a change here. MV's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Bird. Paulo Banchero comes in for Isaac. Franz Wagner's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Anthony's subbed in for Jamal Murray. And so in the game for the Magic, out on the perimeter, it's Anthony and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Black in at the point.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Anthony kicks to Banchero. Wagner outside. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by MP. 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's Alvarado missing. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Well, you love the find by Wagner. At 6'10", a good passer and has a great view of the floor.
Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Banchero passes to Black. Back to Banchero. Pass to Wagner. Shot clock at 5. Banchero dishes to Carter. Black. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Martin against Banchero. And it's Martin missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Bankero a screen on Oubre. Here's Anthony. Pass to Wagner. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Morris is checked in for Philadelphia. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Orlando. Murray comes in for Black. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Meeting the defense's challenge. That's really all you can ask of a young player like MP.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Martin kicks to MP. Back to Martin. MP sets the screen for Martin. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Bankero outside. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
MP against Carter. Out left to the wing. MP outside. Oubre outside. Morris finds MP. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Cornette. Martin wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. And here's Bankero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Can they get it? And the rejection by MP. Takes it inside. And the dunk by MP.
Readiness is so important, and the moment he saw his opening, MP was ready to attack.
Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Well, Orlando shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Alexander Walker passes to Bankero. Wagner from long range. It's good from long range.
Tracking the feed, Franz Wagner locked in on that shot.
Here's Kendall. Then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Bankero.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like impossible, like you said. Got a piece of it. Morris against Murray. Carter with a screen on Morris. Carter outside. And Wagner drives in. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. This makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
And the 76ers making a change here. Council's checked in, and that one's good. MP.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Yeah, we witnessed a special performance tonight. It's not just the triple-double, it's the example he set out there. Outstanding leadership. Bankero against MP.
Here's Wagner. MP grabs the miss.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Alexander Walker. That's his second personal foul.
Free throw good for Morris. The 76ers making a switch here. Martin's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. On offense, here are the Magic. Murray outside. Pass to Carter. Wagner on the wing. To the middle. Looking for Banchero and gets it there.
Great effort from MP. We don't see that a ton from players his age.
With the floater. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Carter. Alexander Walker on the wing. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had